Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. And this is a classic novel from Ellison. I know it was interesting because I remember this being assigned to some students at the university that I was at and that I work at, and I'm like, Invisible Man? It's interesting that they're teaching like H.G. Wells, realizing no, it's a different Invisible Man and a very different story. This isn't about some kind of psychotic, literal invisible man, but about the black experience in America and being invisible. And first off, Ellison is such a great writer. It's beautifully written, but yet it's still very accessible to read. And the way that he portrays his protagonist, his narrator, you just feel like you're in the head of this character. We connect with them. We understand them. We see the world for their perspective. And just the way that he's able to capture the language of different characters works really well. It makes this feel very authentic. And this story dives deep into a lot of big themes and ideas that are related to the black experience in America without it being something so blunt and like very on the nose about it. It's not I believe from when I did a little research, Ellison mentioned he didn't want to write a protest novel. This is not something like Uncle Tom's Cabin that's very direct and trying to say something like talking theoretically right at the camera, metaphorically that way. But what this book's able to capture is a really engaging and engrossing narrative as well, as we go with this character through dealing with mental health space and dealing with communists and different ideologies. And it's very dense thematically and deals with all these different kinds of ideas, which are such big moving pieces in the experience of many African Americans, and also how society leverages those ideas against them, and how it captures the perception of mental health, and how, mental health has been utilized to keep people down in certain ways outside of the realm of somebody just needing help. And also how different political parties and ideological groups have kind of tried to siphon off groups of people and utilize them for their own gains. And we see that all the time. And this book is very prophetic and still very relevant today and still hits. And it was such an engaging and interesting story from start to finish. Highly recommend it. Wish it was a little less relevant, but it sure is, and it's very eye-opening and definitely worth a read. But those are my thoughts on Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some books. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.